Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off-the-cuff video, guys. What that means is I record and upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro at the beginning. I do have a transition button, so if there's noise outside of my control, I can stop filming, wait for it to pass and carry on. Or if I get disturbed, I can just stop filming. So yeah, this time of night I probably won't get disturbed, but it's just handy to have that. These weekly Wednesdays are essentially a Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I answer them. They are primarily model focused and it's primarily GW stuff, of which is primarily 40k stuff. I was looking at the vote, I forgot to put a fantasy model in there, but that's not an issue for this week. I can sort that out next week. So we do have a vote every week, and the vote is, I'll get onto it when I come to it, but basically it's just for what's going to be painted next Monday's painting video. There was actually the first question off the bat. It's funny. Mark asked it on, I put the comment on the Oak Stormboy video that I painted this Monday, and I answered it on there, but it's a question on this, so I'll answer it for you guys. But he came down today and we didn't even speak about the Orcs. His question was, how many points of Orcs do you have? I don't have that many. I have Big Gaz, who's painted up. I have Storm Boys, they're built and painted up. And I have the sort of Walsnagger, he's built and painted up. I have a box of killer cans to build, which I was supposed to build them last October. Just time was my enemy then, it's not now. I say that, but I need to pull my thumb out my hole in the mornings and actually just get out here as soon as I can and start working away. But when the Combat Patrol magazine comes in, there's an Orc. One of the Combat Patrols in that magazine is going to be Orcs. So there's, with those and what I have now, that's probably going to push it to maybe around 1,000 points. Around that sort of area. So we had a game today. It'll be uploaded tomorrow for you guys. And one thing we've spoken about, me and Mark, when we're filming a game, we want to try and do mashups that you guys haven't seen yet. So instead of being like Necrons and Space Marines, and you know, that kind of thing, we want to try and mix it up so it's always different. So it's a different faction facing different. And there's a lot of, I mean, I only have 2,000 points now. The army I used today, Eldari, Necrons, World Eaters, Chaos Space Marines, and Space Marines, but I don't have the Space Marine Codex yet. I know. So I only have 6 armies that could be used, but there's still a lot of armies that could be mixed and matched around. But yeah, that's one thing we want to try and do, is just do different mashups of different armies versus different things. The one problem is, like the Necron army, for example, they have faced the Tyranids twice in 10th edition, but both times have been off camera. Like just at Mark's house for fun. And that's one army, that's one thing I'd like to get on camera. You know, if you have, you know, it will happen, but just, I'm not saying the next time, you know, after tomorrow's video, but yeah. Will you be getting in the new Dark Angel stuff this weekend? I hope so. I hope I can. There's a few things I need to sort out financially. I need to look at, you know, the wages and everything else. But I hopefully going to get a few bits, even if it's just a box of companions and one of the heroes, something like that. But with that said, I might just get a box of companions and the codex, to be honest, just to get it out of the way. But then I'm thinking maybe the codex, the data cards, and maybe one of the heroes. I don't know. I'll have to look at on Saturday. For those who don't know, that's all going up on pre-order this Saturday. And what's going up for pre-order, if I remember correctly, Belial, we got his name right. Asmodai, got his name right. Deathwing Knights, the Companions, the Upgrade Sprue, the Codex, data cards, the dice. I think that's it for the Dark Angels. I think there might be something else, but it's only order from Games Workshop. I can't remember what it is now. I know there's horror series stuff and all that sort of stuff, and that's a cool model anyway, but not for me. How comes you haven't seen any of your Space Marines recently or Necrons? Because, okay, for the Space Marines, I said I haven't got the Codex yet. I should have had it by now. Just a lot of stuff was going on. I just ended up, when I had the money to go and buy one, I was like, oh, let me get a Necron. Let me get Necrons. Oh, let me buy this model. Let me get a model. But days on my list to get. So like this weekend, I might just get the Codex and the data cards just to get them out of the way. I don't know. See what Air Hobbies has come the weekend and who's jumps on it, and see what I have when it comes to the weekend. But with the Necrons, the reason I haven't fielded them on the table in front of the camera for a while is because I got the Eldari up to 2,000 points, and we were doing test games of that, and then we played one on camera. And then the army I used today, badass army I used today. That's, you know, I wasn't getting that up to 2,000 points. I was actually just doing a few bits here and there, and then I looked and went, hold on, and tallied it up and went, there's 2,000 points. And I still have other models that could go in there, so there's over 2,000 points. Nice. But like what I said, you know, there's like 6 armies now I can use, especially with that Combat Patrol that's coming. That Combat Patrol magazine, for those who don't know, Hatch Parts Works, there's a magazine coming, and it's really worth it. There's 9 Combat Patrols in there, but you get 4 issues a month, and each issue would have models in it and paints and brushes and blah blah blah. It's really worth it as well, because as the codex are dropping, the new codexes are dropping, and the new Combat Patrols come out, the ones that are in the magazine will be the out-of-date ones, but the models are still fine. So you won't be able to, it'll be harder to get hold of those. Dark Angel Combat Patrols coming out this weekend as well. That's the other thing I'm talking about, new one, which I'm about. It's nice, but 5 Hellblasters, 10 Assault, 10 Intercessors, the Captain in Gravis armor. I think that's it. I'd rather just buy a box of Hellblasters than have 10 Hellblasters. If I want to field 5, then just field 5. But anyway, out of that Combat Patrol magazine, the Chaos Space Marines, the Eldari, the World Eaters, the Orcs will be added to what I already have. Genesis of the Cults will be added to what I already have, which I think is around 500 points. So with that, it'd be just over 1,000 points. Combat Patrols at the moment are usually about 500 points. Space Marine and Nids. Yeah, that's the only ones that I would really be like dribbling over at the moment. The rest of them be handy to have, because there's be more models to build, more models to paint, and then to start. That's the start of those armies being built. But I've just lost my train of thought. Yeah, these things happen. That's the reason I haven't played Space Marine recently, because I don't have the Codex. I think that's the question that I was meant to be talking on from, but just lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. Would you guys ever play a game bigger than 2,000 points? We would. We have. We've played a 3,000 point game a few times. The last time we played 3,000 points, I was meant to film it for the channel, and it was actually Necrons versus Tyranids, and I was sick, so we carried on with the game, but I didn't film just in case I needed to go and be sick. So, to be honest with you, both of us only have a few armies that are 3,000 points. Mine being Necrons, Space Marines, I could probably push Chaos Space Marine 3,000 points, thereabouts. And Mark has a few, I think it's Nids, I think it's Space Wolves. I think that's it. Drukhari might be may not be far behind that, but yes. But if we played anything bigger, if we hadn't the points to build, to play a bigger game, it's time wise for us because we both have little ones. So I think it would be a case of if we were playing something like that. We haven't spoken about playing bigger than 3K, but if we was playing bigger than 3K, it would probably have to be something. It would have to line up in the sense of timing. So both of us would be free tomorrow, for example, and that's when we play it. But we would have to set up tonight, okay, to make it so that first thing tomorrow we don't lose an hour setting up, an hour and a half setting up, 2 hours, whatever it is. We can just go straight into it. And somebody said 2 hours setting up. If you're playing 4,000 or 5,000 points, there's a lot of organisation that goes into it. If this film for the channel, it'd be my end organising the table, sort of setting the table up, getting my models ready. Then when he turns up, he'll be getting his models out, having a look at the table. If he's not happy with this piece of terrain or that piece of terrain, it's moved around and shuffled around, that kind of way. If that's all done beforehand, then it is possible to play a big game. But we haven't spoke about playing bigger than 3,000 points. Now, as I said, we both have little ones, so you're losing pretty much the whole day playing bigger than 3,000 points. Especially the way that the last 2 games have gone. I mean, today's game, absolutely fantastic. The last game with the Eldari, as you went to turn 4, which is, the first time we've ever gone to turn 4. But yes, it's good. It's something to always strive towards. Play a bigger game, get more models and bigger game. Especially with the army I used today. As I said to Mark earlier, I was looking at the characters for this army, and there's some crazy characters. So I thought, I want to get one of those, add that to that unit and mess around. But there's some sculpts in this army that is they're like over 20 years old, and they will be resculpted when their I nearly said what they were there, when their codex drops, which I don't think it's not on the roadmap to drop soon. So I'm excited for the orcs when they come out, the codex. The Tal's the next one, but I'm excited for the Chaos Space Marines as well. With that said, when the Orc Codex is going to drop, they do a little box to launch it and everything else. I'm after that. I want to get that because whatever's in there will boost what I have. Not to 2,000 points, but it'll give me a good boost to what I have. The same with the Chaos Space Marines, and the same with the Sisters, and probably the Genocide Cults as well. Let's not lie about it, guys. Right, so that's all the questions I have for this week. I'm going to bring you down and show you the vote. Now, what is the vote, or how does it work? I show you a host of models, and you guys vote on what you want to paint for next Monday's painting video. Now, don't say to me, I vote for everything, because it won't count. But you can say, I vote for any of the Space Marines, or any of the Eldari, or any of the Tyranids, or any of this, or any of that, and it will count. If you're not sure what something's called, because most of them have really strange names, or if you're not sure how to spell it, just give me a description of what it is. Don't give me its location, because I'm not going to be able to find out when I'm looking on the computer to see which one was that again. And I'm sitting there tallying up the votes. I'm not going to come all the way out here to find it and go all the way back and then go for it. Oh, I need to go back out again. And Now, at 12 o'clock on Friday is when I tally the votes up, because I work evenings now, so it just means I can start prepping models ready for Monday's painting video. So I'm going to bring down and show you the models. And yeah, there's no orcs left to paint, but they won last week, so they're painting up Monday. I haven't totally removed everything. There's still a few things there from last week, but a lot of it has changed. Okay. Right, so the Genocide Cults Saboteur. We have the Space Marine Blade Guard Ancient. We have the Librarian in Terminator Alpha 10th edition Leviathan box. We have a Chaos Sorcerer, the Michael Nurgle. We have Omega Red from Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have Gen Steelers for Nids and Juice to the Colts. We have Spider-Man. We have Inquisitor Shadowfax. Or Greyfax, whatever her name is, definitely Shadowfax. We have 10 Chaos Space Marine Legionaries. We have the Space Marine Captain with Jump Pack. We have Sabretooth from Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have Elder Guardians. We have the Apothecary Biologist from 10th edition Leviathan box. We have the Jackals, who was on the dice roll for last week, for Monday, same as the Librarian. We have the Sisters of Silence. We have the Shield Captain. He has 2 other guys that go with him. We have the Striking Scorpions, which were built last weekend, I do believe. Some fantastic sculpts. But that puts me on 20 Scorpions. So I'll paint them all up together. I did paint Scorpions on channel before, but that was a long time ago, and they were the old lead ones. There's only a handful of them. We have the Space Marine Scouts. Again, there's 10 of these guys, and there's 5 of the older guys. I'll only paint them all up together. The Space Marine Veterans, or the Vanguard Veterans, Stoneguard Veterans, I think they are, from 10th edition Leviathan box. We have the 8-bound from the World Eaters. We have the Space Marine Tyrannid Veteran Hunter. We have the Spirit Seer for the Eldari Army. And we have the High Marshal for the Admech. Right, there is also a wildcard vote. The wildcard is, you'll find out if it wins. There's apologies about the rain coming in. And there is a creator's choice. Now that's never won, and I'm glad it doesn't win. But the creator's choice basically is, if that wins, then I pick something to paint. I prefer to be challenged with what I'm painting every week to week. And it's nice for me when I paint this model, and then the next week I'm painting this model, and eventually, week after week, I go, oh, hold on a minute, I've got like 2,000 points for them, like today's army. And in today's army, I think there was only, really 2 units that I painted off my back. I'm not sure. There's another couple of units here that I'm not sure if that was ever voted on, or if I just painted them off my back as well. I'm not sure, but yeah. So if you guys have a question for me, chuck a comment below on this video, or you can go to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page. There's a messenger button there. Click on that and message me directly. Some people prefer it that way. You know, some people don't mind. Comment below. There's people that prefer it that way. Usually people that are shy or new people to the hobby, and they think, oh, this is a silly question, I can't answer. There is no silly questions, guys. Okay, no silly questions at all. You can ask questions about models, about gaming, painting questions, terrain questions, anything to do with this hobby, this amazing hobby that we have. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to vote, and enjoy tomorrow's video, because it's a bloodbath. It's a very, very, very bloody affair. With a lot of damage being done. A lot of saves being made. Anyway, guys, until next time, take it easy. Thanks for watching.